Bungie has just dropped a massive article called Inside Strand, where it goes over the aspects and fragment definitions of Strand. So in today's video, we're going to cover all of this because this is exciting, juicy stuff. Everyone wants to know what the new subclasses are about. If you haven't seen the new Strand trailer, it is on the other channel, so make sure to watch that beforehand. And then we're going to go over deadly definitions. I've read through the entire article, so I can give you the TLDR. First up, we have suspend. A suspended PvE enemy is lifted off the ground for a brief duration and is essentially disabled. That sounds pretty strong, right? They're not going to be able to attack you when they're lifted up. We've seen that a few times in the trailers. In PvP, which sounds scary, right? In PvP, suspended players are lifted off the ground but can still move, albeit slowly, and fire their weapons to fight back. Oh god, hopefully it's not too strong, because that would be awful to just be slowed or suspended in PvP, and we'll see how much we are slowed down by that. So, unravel. Attacking an unraveled enemy will cause threads to burst out of the target and attack other nearby targets. Once hit, that target will also become unraveled. Sever. A severed enemy is less capable of attacking the material world, reducing their damage output as a result. Got it. So we have a little bit of working definitions there. And then we'll move on to the exact classes, okay? We've got the Warlock Brood Weaver, okay? We've got Weaver's Call. On Rift Cast, the Warlock weaves 3 threadling eggs, which hatch into threadlings when they hit a surface. Any perched threadlings are converted to additional eggs. Got it. Mindspun Invocation. This aspect improves several of the Warlock abilities. Grapple. When you execute a grapple, the Warlock weaves 3 threadling eggs from the target. Threadling Grenade. You can consume your Threadling Grenade to generate a full complement of perched threadlings. Shackle Grenade. You can consume your Shackle Grenade to gain a buff, creating a suspending detonation on every kill. The Warlock's telekinetic abilities culminate with their Super Needle Storm, a deadly combination of burst damage and area denial. On cast, the Warlock conjures strand material into a fusillade of hardened spikes, launching them forwards with a wave of their hand. The missiles will stick into enemies and the environment alike before detonating and reweaving themselves into an army of threadlings that will hunt down any survivors. So basically, the Warlock is the class that's sending out those threadlings a ton. They look like colony, basically, and you'll have a few different ways of customizing that. Let me know your thoughts about that down in the comments. The Hunter Threadweaver looks insane for mobility and for movement. We have Ensnaring Slam. While in the air, press the air move input to slam downward, suspending all nearby enemies. We saw that in the trailer. We have Widow's Silk. This aspect grants an additional grenade charge. Hunter's Grapple ability creates a persistent grapple tangle when it latches, which fully refunds grenade energy when grappled to. Hunters can use this ability to set up chains of grapple points that their entire team can use, greatly enhancing their ability to quickly move around in combat and or traverse the environment. The lethal combination of grapple and rope dart converge with the Thread Runner's Super Silk Strike. When activated, the hunter uses their grapple to freely move through the world in third-person view, while also throwing their rope dart down to strike enemies. Hunters will be able to use grapple more often during the super, and the rope dart features both a light and heavy attack. The light attack is meant for single opponents and can be used in air and on the ground. When on the ground, the hunter can chain attack seamlessly. Hitting an enemy with the tip of the dart deals bonus damage, and defeating an enemy with it causes the enemy to explode. The heavy attack has the hunter swing the rope dart around in a 360-degree arc, damaging all nearby enemies. As with the light attack, it can be used on the ground or in the air. So some pretty interesting stuff. Then we have Titan Berserker. Okay, we've got the green claws. We've got the aspects here. Into the fray. Destroying a tangle weaves woven mail onto the Titan and nearby allies. In addition to reducing damage taken, this aspect also increases the Titan's melee energy regeneration while wearing woven mail. We've got Dranger's Lash. When the Titan casts their class ability, the Titan will blast forward on a powerful ripple in reality, suspending enemies that are caught in the shockwave's path. The Titan's Berserker Super Blade Fury sees the Titan dual-wielding fist blades and roaming the battlefield with ill intent. The Super's light attack is a supercharged version of the Frenzied Blade melee attack, and each light attack that connects increases the next attack's speed, which tops out at a maximum of 3 hits. In addition, connecting with light attacks also builds energy for the Super's heavy attack with each hit. With the heavy attack, the Titan hurls a pair of projectiles forward that seeks out the enemy, suspending and damaging them on impact. Very nice. Elsewhere, Strand will see 3 new grenades, including Grapple, which is controlled with the grenade button. The Threadling Grenade splits into 3 projectiles that weave into Threadlings upon impact. The Shackle Grenade effectively acts as a bola, detonating and suspending blast and sending out smaller secondary bolas to suspend nearby enemies. Got it. Finally, it wouldn't be a new elemental power in Destiny 2 without new fragments to explore and customize your Strand wielding Guardian. Here's a look at a few of the new fragments. We've got Thread of Ascent. Activating your grenade ability reloads your equipped weapon and grants increased weapon handling and airborne effectiveness for a short time. Thread of Fury, damaging targets with a tangle, grants melee energy. Thread of Finality, finishers generate threadlings. Nice. Thread of Warding, picking up an orb of power, grants woven mail. So there we have it. Those are all of the aspects and fragments that Bungie's given us at this point in time. Which class looks the most interesting to you? Let me know down in the comments. Myself personally, I can see the Warlock one being really, really good for ad clear. It seems like it would just, clear a group of ads very fast and almost effortlessly. The Hunter one looks crazy for just movement in general. The way you're able to combine movements and abilities and combinations looks crazy, and I think that we'll see some really fun clips and some fun gameplay from the Hunters, both in PvP and in PvE with the crazy movement of that. The Titan one does look mildly interesting. We'll have to see how strong it is in game. If the claws are like really strong, there's combinations you can do to target, more powerful enemies, champions and bosses perhaps. It would actually be really enticing, but it may not be focused around that, so we'll have to see. We'll have to wait until it's live in game. That's a wrap on this article from Bungie. Make sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all the news in Destiny 2. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.